Yeah, the last game, the open was the wrong open that was playing.
Okay.
Somebody messed up the automation. Yeah. So this is the actual open.
Okay.
All of the 12 new teams from every youth baseball league in the city of Altoona. Now let's go live to the field for the Park Home Altoona Baseball Classic, brought to you by the Stuckey Automotive Group on 96.9 and 100.7, the Train WTRN.
Welcome back to Pleasant Valley Boulevard and 9th Street Field, part of the Joseph M. Sheetz Baseball Complex, where Little League Baseball's Park Home Altoona Baseball Classic is going on, and quite the game. Last game, 13-8 was the final score, and it's kind of interesting. You get that when a game starts out and it's 5-0 in the top after the top of the first. You figure, well, this is this one may be over early. Well, not so much, because that team that went out 5-0 went on to lose that game by a final of 13-8, because LS Fiore just kept battling back, and it was not a good night for pitchers. It was a good night for fielders, in particular Noah Atkins-Smith. What a job at shortstop. And then, not to be outdone on the other side of the field, we had, let's see, that was Swander that started that double play.
Yes.
And, man, I'll tell you what, there's just some outstanding play in the field by both LS Fiore and the team from Sheetz and that team from the East End Youth Baseball League. Now, the Sheetz involved here, bless you.
Well, thank you.
Anyway.
That's Matt Bortner there.
This Sheetz is from the Altoona Independent Youth Baseball League, and they played this season with a 15-7 mark, finishing in third place. They drew a bye in round one, and in round two defeated Dean Patterson by a final of 10-6. I'll give you the starting lineup here for Sheetz as we get ready to kick this one off. Leading off, playing second base, number 23, Lucas Rudden. Batting second, the catcher, wearing number 2, Cade Wasovich. In the third spot, shortstop, number 16, Cooper Greenleaf. Cleanup hole is occupied by the pitcher, number 22, Colt Sipes. Hitting fifth, first baseman, number 14, Cole Conrad. Hitting sixth, third baseman, number 15, Donato Finelli. Batting seventh, right fielder, number 20, Colin Ronan. Batting eighth, center fielder, number 4, Luca Finelli. And batting ninth and playing left field, number 10, Leo Finelli. Now the national anthem. In tonight's game between Holsinger. We'll see if that 28-0 record continues to hold up here. Hate to do that, but there's always some hidden biggerish involved. I personally, if I were a coach or a manager of a team, depending on what sport it is, Matt, I don't think I'd want to go in to the postseason with that high undefeated mark.
I disagree. Well, I get where you're coming from, but I like being in that position where you can say we're the top dog, we want to prove it, but I get what you mean because, if you have one falter, everybody looks at that one giant loss rather than that whole season you put together.
Yeah, you won 28, but you lost that one. And certainly something you don't want to have happen, and that's what Holsingers will be trying to avoid here tonight as they take on Sheetz. If you want to give the Holsinger defensive alignment there, Matt, I took away the batting order. You can do the defensive this time.
Yeah, around the outfield, we have Tavin Hatfield in left field, Xavier Faraball in center, Corbin Johnston in right field, playing third base, Trenton Faraball. First ball comes in for a strike.
Lucas Rudden at the plate.
Thomas Browse playing shortstop at second base. Shane Gordy. Another strike in there. First base, Micah Faraball on the bump. It is Kanan Shields. And behind the plate, Deshaun Hudson.
On the 0-2 pitch, it's fouled back by Rudden, and the count remains 0-2. Just underway here in Game 2 of tonight's coverage of the Park Home Altoona Baseball Classic, brought to you by Stuckey Automotive on 96.9 and 100.7 The Train, WTRN. Shields' pitch looked like it was over the outside corner, a bit low, though, to Lucas Rudden, and the count now 1-2 on the right-handed hitting second baseman of Sheetz from the AIYBL. Inside high that time from Shields, and the count evens up at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kanan Shields' pitch brought a little heat that time, and it gets fouled back, and the count is still 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Lucas Rudden, his favorite food. Get this one.
Okay.
Fruit.
Fruit. Any fruit.
Any fruit.
Okay.
I can't say that was my favorite food as a youngster, but this kid's going places way better than I am.
To each his own. This one is popped up. Second baseman Shane Gordy waves everybody off. Well, you got to love that. That's a basic part of baseball that sometimes you don't always see that. Even in the majors, I've seen some mix-ups where,
take control.
Infielders running into the outfield, and then, they end up having collisions. And there was no doubt that was going to be Shane Gordy's catch. And he made it, and there is one gone. Catcher Cade Wasovich steps in.
And Kanan Shields, as we mentioned, on the mound for Holsinger's Plumbing. And he is a big fan of LSU, and his favorite food is steak.
That pitch is in there, and the count's even at 1-1.
He definitely looks like a meat and potatoes kind of guy because he has a frame on him.
Kanan Shields' 1-1 pitch. Just misses outside, and the count now 2-1. Wonder if Kanan went to the steak and date night at Tom and Joe's last Saturday.
Well, you should know. Don't you always hang out there?
No, I don't, as a matter of fact. That pitch
I
catches
thought that was your stomping grounds.
The outside corner, and the count's even at 2 on certain days. 2-2 pitch inside, and it backs Wasovich off the plate, and it's a full count now at 3-2.
I'll tell you what, Sheetz is going to have to be on their game at the plate because Shields is bringing the heat.
That he is. 1 out, nobody aboard. We're in the top of the first, and the payoff pitch. Cut and a miss, strike 3. Cade Wasovich goes down on strikes, 2 up, 2 down, and Cooper Greenleaf, the shortstop, will step in for Sheetz. Greenleaf, a right-handed hitter.
Favorite team, the Yankees, and his favorite player, the slugger, Aaron Judge.
That one fouled back and got a reaction out of me.
Yeah, I needed that because I flinched to 2 last night.
I have to laugh. There are certain, people that make fun of that, and I was working in an independent minor league, and I'll finish that story in a sec. That one's over the outside corner, and the count's quickly 0-2 on Cooper Greenleaf. So we had the netting up, and it had a roof over it. The seating had a roof over it. And when they sealed up the netting behind home plate, they missed this one little spot down the right field line, and that's where the press box broadcast position was. That one's fouled off, by the way, and the count is at 0-2. And yes,
I see where this story's going.
Yep, that ball made it through that little hole up there. It came right into my booth, and that one is fouled down the first base line. Micah Faribault tried to get it, but just could not get it. That was a nice effort by Micah. The old slide over there near the fence, but couldn't come up with it. 1 ball, 2 strike count. So the ball comes through and right into the booth. Grounder to short, Thomas Sprouse up with it. Throw too high for Micah Faribault, and reaching down to first base on an error is Cooper Greenleaf.
Well, the question is, did you avoid injury?
Barely. However, it was a player from my team that hit it, and of course I held on to the ball, and after the game, I still have the baseball. It says, "Hey, Dave, heads up, Jude." Jude Donato was the player that fouled that back, and so he left me a little line. And, yep, heads up, Jude. Thanks, Jude. 1-0 pitch to Colton Sipes at the plate. Colt fouls it. And the count is now 1 ball and 1 strike on the right-handed hitting pitcher for Sheetz.
Colt, not a, he's going to run the bill up for his parents, his favorite food, crab legs.
Whoa, baby. This one's hit into the gap in left center field. He's ringing up a bill right now on Holsinger Plumbing. Run's going to come in to score, and now sliding into third. Ball gets away, but not far enough for Sipes to do anything with it. It is an RBI triple, and it is Sheetz 1, Holsinger nothing.
Cracking the Holsinger Plumber pitch there, and that was wrapped into the left center gap, and a no-doubter for a triple there, and a early lead for the number 8 seed Sheetz.
The unearned run comes across the plate, and Cole Conrad, the first baseman, will step in. Runner at third and 2 out. 1-0 Sheetz lead. Nice pitch by Kanan Shields over the outside corner. Strike 1.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the Sheetz so far has been able to put at least the ball in play and fouled off quite a few pitches. The speed not affecting them too much from Shields.
Strike 2 on a pitch over the outside corner. Now this is kind of interesting. I like the style of Cole Conrad. Now his jersey number is 14. I think it's kind of interesting. Math is coming into the equation here. He's wearing 28 on his batting helmet. Grounder to short, up with it, Thomas Sprouse, and it is late. Count that as an infield single for 14, Cole Conrad. And it is quickly Sheetz 2, and Holsinger, of course, yet to come to bat. We're in the top of the first. But real nice effort by Cole Conrad to beat that out.
And tough to probably script this any better for the start for Sheetz.
Well, I'll tell you what, little small ball and a little long ball combining here. The triple by Sipes, and now the infield single by Conrad with 2 out. And Donato Finelli is at the plate.
His favorite team, the Atlanta Braves.
Big cut and a miss by Donato on an 0-1 pitch, and count now 0-2.
And favorite player, Ronald Acuna Jr., who is having a fantastic season.
Tough to argue with that choice. That one fouled over the first base dugout of Holsinger, and the count remains 0-2 on Donato Finelli. 2-0 Sheetz with the lead here in the top of the first. Runner at first, Conrad. Another foul by Finelli. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. A little bit of a maybe wake-up call for Holsinger Plumbing.
Yeah, Sheetz definitely not backing down.
That pitch over the outside corner and strike 3 called, but a couple of runs come across for the Sheetz entry from the AIYBL, and that's on 2 hits, and there was an error charged to the Holsinger guys, And the score at the end of one half is Sheetz 2, Holsinger coming to bat. You're listening to the Park Home Altoona Baseball Classic on 96.9 and 100.7. The Train, WTRN.
In 30 seconds, I'll give you every reason to take a vacation right now. The Mitsubishi Outlander plug-in hybrid EV clocks in at a 420-mile range. And I've yet to tell you, good old Uncle Sam will kick back up to $7,500 when you lease it.
Wow.
The bank and Stucky Mitsubishi will chip in another $3,500 because, hey, why stop there?
Thanks.
That's over $11,000 in savings when you lease the Outlander plug-in hybrid EV. Hey, you've earned it. The Stucky Mitsubishi Supercenter in Happy Valley, PA. We're here for every mile. This summer, cruise all day long and all night long in
I have
style.
this commercial
The 2023 Mitsubishi
just
Outlander and Eclipse
stuck
Plus
in my
are
head.
So modern and so sophisticated. Owners
I mean, it's the same too.
Yeah.
Yep.
now these SUVs are more.
Yep, and I'm with you guys all week, so I get to hear it as well.
Shop new 2023 Outlander.
Well, I get to do that tomorrow night on Hank,
There you go.
because I'll be over there.
In Happy Valley, PA. We're here for every mile.
96.9 and 100.7. The Train, WTRN.
Welcome back to the bottom half of the first inning. And I'll give you the lineup here for Holsinger Plumbing. Leading off, shortstop number 1, Thomas Sprouse. Batting second, it is the pitcher number 2, Kanan Shields. Hitting third, second baseman number 4, Shane Gordy. Cleanup, first baseman number 23, Micah Fairbaugh. In the 5-hole, third baseman number 6, Trenton Fairbaugh. Then batting sixth, it is catcher number 24, Deshaun Hudson. Batting seventh, center fielder number 3, Xavier Fairbaugh. Batting eighth, and left fielder number 12, Taven Hatfield. And batting ninth and playing right field, number 21, Carter Klausman. First pitch to Browse was a strike, and it's 0-1. That one's off the bat handle and right back to Colton Sipes, and he throws over to first, and Thomas Browse is out number 1. Take us around the outfield there, Matt.
All righty, out in left field, Leo Finelli. Out in center field, Luca Finelli. You got the Finellis right beside each other.
The flying Finellis.
Colin Ronan in right field, and then around the horn, Renato Finelli at third base, Cooper Greenleaf at short, Lucas Rudden at second base, Cole Conrad at first, Cade Wasovich behind the dish, and Colt Sipes on the bump.
That pitch is low. The first one fouled back. You may have heard it hit the fencing here at the backstop, and the count is even now at 1-1 after that one in the turf. That one's fouled off and into the netting over the first base dugout of Holsinger Plumbing, and the count now 1-2 on the right-handed hitting Kanan Shields.
Colt Sipes led the league in home runs, but we see him here on the mound after he had that big triple in the top of the first.
Right between the wickets and into center field, and then it pinballs off center fielder Luca Finelli, but unable to advance is Kanan Shields. But you talk about placement of a ball, and you're also probably, Colton Sipes is saying various and assorted sundry thank yous for the fact that there's artificial turf on this field.
That ball was scorched.
Yes, it was. Runner at first with one out, off-speed pitch, big cut and a miss by Shane Gordy for strike one. Shane playing second tonight and wearing number 4.
Couple horror movie lovers on this team. His favorite movie, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
How about that? That one
A
goes.
classic.
Got some people running after a pop-up down the first base line and out of play. Out of the ballpark. This one comes back to the backstop. And the count remains 0-2 on Shane Gordy. 30 pitches to get through the first inning for Kanan Shields. That pitch is just a bit outside, and I mean that literally. I don't mean that as a Eucharism. That was actually just a bit outside. 1-2 count in the pitch. This one is hit towards center field, coming in, Finelli, and he makes a nice play on that one. And there are 2 out.
Good piece of contact by Gordy. But
Even
Finelli
better
tracks it
fielding
down.
by Luca Finelli in center. So 2 out now in the Holsinger half of the first. It's a 2-0 Sheetz lead. and Micah Faribault at the plate. First pitch is high, ball 1.
You might hear the Faribault name quite a bit tonight. Here's the Faribault fun fact that I was giving. Manager Brian Faribault is Coach Josh Faribault's uncle.
Okay.
Xavier and Josh are first cousins. Trenton and Micah, who are brothers, are Xavier's second cousins. You got that?
I lost you, but suddenly I feel like I'm in Ancestry.com. That pitch is in there and a strike called, and the count goes to 1-2 on Micah Faribault.
Well, I got it right here for you in case you,
Okay.
You really want to dig deep.
Yeah. Do a deep dive on the Faribault family. 1-2 pitch, caught and a miss, strike 3.
Well, they're good ball players. There's that.
They are. There's no doubt about it. Oh, wait a minute. He did make contact. Okay.
Yeah, I think he just nipped it.
All right. Still 1-2 on Faribault. Gannon Shields at first base. This one's fouled back to the backstop. So it'll be pitch number 6 of the at-bat coming up for Micah and Colton Sipes, for that matter.
Haven't really seen it tested so far today, but
Ooh, high heat. Caught and a miss, strike 3.
before
So-
you go to break, 200 down the line and 225 to dead center are your dimensions.
All right. At the end of 1, it is Sheetz from the AIYBL, 2, and Holsinger Plumbing, nothing. Back with more after this on 96.9 and 100.7, The Train, WTRN.
In 30 seconds, I'll give you every reason to take a vacation right now. The Mitsubishi Outlander plug-in hybrid EV clocks in at a 420-mile range. And I've yet to tell you, good old Uncle Sam will kick back up to $7,500 when you lease it.
That was a pretty healthy lecture from Brian there.
$3,500 because, hey, why stop there?
Thems with some forceful words.
Yeah. Your plug-in hybrid EV. Hey, you've earned it. The Stuckey Mitsubishi Supercenter in Happy Valley, PA. We're here for every mile. This summer, cruise all day long and all night long in style. The 2023 Mitsubishi Outlander and Eclipse Cross are so modern and so sophisticated, owners exude the cool factor wherever they go. And now, these SUVs are more affordable than ever with available 3.9% APR for 72 months. Shop new 2023 Outlander and Eclipse Cross models with more arriving daily at the Stuckey Mitsubishi Supercenter in Happy Valley, PA. We're here for every mile.
96.9 and 100.7. The Train, WTRN.
Welcome back to the Joseph M. Sheetz Baseball Complex, where Little League Baseball reigns supreme. We're on the John Kraft Field with the artificial turf infield and grass outfield. And we are witnessing right now a 2-0 lead by Sheetz over Holsinger, the undefeated Holsinger plumbing team. And here's another interesting stat that I'll get to. Matt did some fine work on this about Holsinger. And that pitch misses low for ball 1 to Colin Ronan. Right fielder, left-handed hitter. 1-0 pitch. He got spun around, but that was dead over the inside corner.
Yeah,
Man,
that had a little bit of movement on it. Two-seam
that was a
action.
great call. And that one's low, and the count now 2-1. Two balls and 1 strike, and the pitch. Misses. It's ball 3.
Be hearing this quite a bit tonight, but Ronan's favorite team, LSU.
Cut and a miss. Strike 2 on Colin Ronan. It's now the full count. Gannon Shields. Ronan, the leadoff batter, that is. And he turned away from that one over the inside part of the black. Didn't quite get the call that time. And so it's a leadoff walk for Colin Ronan.
Yeah, and I tell you what, they are really making Shields work here early, up to 36 pitches already.
That pitch is high for ball 1. Luca Finelli And we were talking about Gabby Garcia's tiny strike zone. Luca is not much bigger, I'm telling you. Ball 2. Finelli taking the first 2 pitches. Runner at first is Colin Ronan. Nobody out the pitch. Cut and a miss by Finelli, and the count now 2-1. Thing I wanted to bring up that you had done the work on. Holsinger, over the course of the season, they scored 280 runs. Cut and a miss, and that's strike 2, and the count's even now.
Just a couple runs that crossed the plate.
280 runs, and they only gave up 49. That's a major disparity, runs for, runs against.
Yeah, and I'm a believer that the runs for, runs against, now it doesn't always mean the end-all, be-all, but that gives you a very good idea of how good a team is.
Yeah, and especially when the disparity is as big as that. By the way, Luca Finelli struck out swinging, and now Leo has come to the plate. Right-handed hitter, plays left field, and it's a no-ball, 1-strike count on him. That one misses outside, and things even up at 1-1. Leadoff walk to start the top of the second inning for Sheetz by Colin Ronan. He's down at first. And the pitch. That one over the top of the glove of the pitcher. Second baseman Fields goes to a shortstop. Shane Gordy to Thomas Brous, and they'll get the force out on Colin Ronan. Fielder's choice puts Finelli down at first with 2 out. That was one of those ones where you're watching it unfold. And if you're a fan of Holsinger, you're hoping that maybe Sheetz doesn't touch that ball and just lets it go through.
Yeah.
It is tough. That's an instinct that's tough to defeat, to not want to field a ball that's coming at you like that.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's right to teach somebody not to go after it either.
That's true. That's true. The extra hitter is at the plate for Sheetz.
Colton Myers, a Buckeyes fan.
And it is a 3-ball, 1-strike count on the extra hitter. Off-speed pitch and out in front of that. And the count is now full at 3-2.
His favorite song, Fast Car. Do you think it's the Tracy Chapman or Luke Combs version? I'm going to go Luke Combs, how popular that is these days.
And that is strike 3, and that will do it for Sheetz in their half of inning number 2. No runs across, leadoff walk to Colin Ronan, but that'll do it here in the Sheetz half of the second. The score at the end of 1.5 is the AIYBL Sheetz team 2 and Holsinger Plumbing nothing on 96.9 and 100.7. The Train, WTRN.
In 30 seconds, I'll give you every reason to take a vacation right now. The Mitsubishi Outlander plug-in hybrid EV clocks in at a 420-mile range. And I've yet to tell you, good old Uncle Sam will kick back up to $7,500 when you lease it.
Wow.
The bank and Stucky Mitsubishi will chip in another $3,500 because, hey, why stop there?
Thanks.
That's over $11,000 in savings when you lease the Outlander plug-in hybrid EV. Hey, you've earned it. The Stucky Mitsubishi Supercenter in Happy Valley, PA. We're here for every mile. This summer,
yeah, I've got the extra hitter position, but I can't put any dang scoring in.
And Eclipse Cross are so modern and so sophisticated, owners exude the cool factor wherever they go. And now, these SUVs are more affordable than ever with available 3.9% APR for 72 months. Shop new 2023 Outlander and Eclipse Cross models with more arriving daily at the Stucky Mitsubishi Supercenter in Happy Valley, PA. We're here for every mile.
96.9 and 100.7. The Train, WTRN.
All right, here we go into the bottom half of the second inning. It is a 2-0 AIYBL Sheetz lead over the undefeated Holsinger Plumbing. And at the plate for Holsinger, third baseman number 6, Trenton Fairbaugh. Right-handed hitter bunts and fouls the first pitch away for strike one.
Brian and I went over it last night, our favorite baseball movies.
Bunted off the end of the bat. That was really getting to cue shot territory there.
I was Major League. Brian was Sandlot. Trenton's here is Field of Dreams. What's your favorite baseball movie, Dave?
Field of Dreams.
Okay.
Cut and a miss, strike three, so Trenton Faribault is retired.
Can't go wrong with that pick.
Well, I'll give you some of my experience out on the road with some independent minor league teams and one college summer league team. Deshaun Hudson, the catcher, at the plate. First pitch over the outside corner and strike one called. Nobody aboard, one out here in the second. That one misses outside. The count's even at one. The bus trips that we would take, invariably someone would bring Field of Dreams along. Imagine that, a baseball team on a bus with Field of Dreams in tow.
Go figure.
Hudson takes that one for ball two and the count 2-1. I have seen a number of things happen with this. Invariably, 2-1 pitch, high, and it's now 3-1. The bus gets quiet. It's like being in church. Yeah. Field of Dreams is like a church movie for baseball players. That one looked a little bit high, but taken by Hudson and strike two called, so now we have the full count situation. The other one that I'll describe, cut and a miss, strike three. How about that? Nice come from behind for Colton Sipes after falling behind in the count.
Struck out the first in a row.
Yeah, and the first two here in the second. Xavier Faribault at the plate now with two out. Cut and a miss on that high heat, strike one. The high cheese he couldn't lay off of. The other situation that occurred is this would be late at night and you're well out on your trip and you think the whole bus is asleep and somebody slides in Field of Dreams. Suddenly I stand up and I look the whole way to the back of the bus and everybody is awake watching Field of Dreams. It's a magical movie. Yep. Or at least that's been my experience on travel buses.
Well, I think it just captures the essence of it's the game you love. It's the game, you always dream of playing catch with Dad.
Yeah. And that is a powerful scene. Another high pitch by Colton Sipes, but Xavier Faribault becomes the third strikeout victim here in the Holsinger Plumbing half of the second inning. So we now have two in the books as Sipes strikes out the side. At the end of two, it is AIYBL Sheetz 2, Holsinger Plumbing nothing. Back with more after this on 96.9 and 100.7 The Train, WTRN.
In 30 seconds, I'll give you every reason to take a vacation right now. The Mitsubishi Outlander plug-in hybrid EV clocks in at a 420-mile range. And I've yet to tell you, good old Uncle Sam will kick back up to $7,500 when you lease it.
Wow.
The bank and Stucky Mitsubishi will chip in another $3,500 because, hey, why stop there?
Thanks.
That's over $11,000 in savings when you lease the Outlander, your plug-in hybrid EV. Hey, you've earned it. The Stucky Mitsubishi Supercenter in Happy Valley, PA. We're here for every mile. This summer, cruise all day long and all night long in style. The 2023 Mitsubishi Outlander and Eclipse Cross are so modern and so sophisticated, owners exude the cool factor wherever they go. And now, these SUVs are more affordable than ever with available 3.9% APR for 72 months. Shop new 2023 Outlander and Eclipse Cross models with more arriving daily at the Stucky Mitsubishi Supercenter in Happy Valley, PA. We're here for every mile.
96.9 and 100.7. The Train, WTRN.
Top of the third, top of the order for Sheetz, facing this time around his third inning of work, Kanan Shields, and that pitch is fouled off. Counts even at 1-1. Lucas Rudden, right-handed hitting second baseman at the plate that is, for Sheetz. 1-1 pitch on the way. Popped up. Right fielder Carter Klausman makes his way over and makes the catch. And there's one away in the Sheetz half of inning number 3.
Wasting no time trying to jump after that first pitch. Just got underneath it.
Cade Wasovich at the plate for a second trip. He struck out on a 3-2 pitch for the second out of the first. First pitch, cut and a miss by Cade, strike 1.
Another popular answer I've seen here is favorite food, tacos. I don't care what type of meat you put on my tacos. I'm a taco fan.
Count is even at 1. Well, I see. They have a whole thing going on there at Sheetz. Remember, number 14 was wearing the 28 helmet. Number 2's wearing the number 4 helmet. This is math. This is multiplication table time.
Well, let's see if the theory holds on this next batter. No number on this one.
Yeah. 2 out now. And this one's lined up the middle. Second baseman is over for it. Shane Gordy throws to first, and it's not in time over there. Beating it out is Cooper Greenleaf.
I think it might have pulled him off the bag just a tad.
Just a bit.
About to say, and still, it was a good job Sheetz has done of settling in after those first 2 runs in the first inning.
So at the plate, Colton Sipes. Colt, RBI triple back in the first inning, and then coming around to score eventually. Part of that 2-0 lead. Fouls this one off. That's going to be out into that parking lot along the boulevard for sure. Strike 1. This one's popped up, right field. And Corbin Johnston makes the catch to retire the side. That was a bit of an adventure out there, but Corbin held in there and made the catch.
Results all that matters.
Yes, exactly. The Russian judge isn't up here with numbers. All right, the score at the end of 2.5 is AIYBL Sheetz 2 and Holsinger Plumbing nothing. You're listening to the Altoona Baseball Classic from Park Home right here on 96.9 and 100.7 WTRN.
In 30 seconds, I'll give you every reason to take a vacation right now. The Mitsubishi Outlander plug-in hybrid EV clocks in at a 420-mile range. And I've yet to tell you, good old Uncle Sam will kick back up to $7,500 when you lease it.
Wow.
The bank and Stucky Mitsubishi will chip in another $3,500 because, hey, why stop there?
Thanks.
That's over $11,000 in savings when you lease the Outlander plug-in hybrid EV. Hey, you've earned it. The Stucky Mitsubishi Supercenter in Happy Valley, PA. We're here for every mile. This summer, cruise all day long and all night long in style. The 2023 Mitsubishi Outlander and Eclipse Cross are so modern and so sophisticated, owners exude the cool factor wherever they go. And now, these SUVs are more affordable than ever with available 3.9% APR for 72 months. Shop new
still
2023
Colts.
Outlander and Eclipse Cross models with more arriving daily.
60
Visit
pitches
the
for
Mitsubishi
Sheetz.
Supercenter in Happy Valley, PA. We're here for
Ooh.
every mile.
96.9 and 100.7. The Train, WTRN.
Welcome back to the Park Home Altoona Baseball Classic, brought to you by Stucky Automotive on 96.9 and 100.7, The Train, WTRN. It's a 2-0 lead for Sheetz over the undefeated Holsinger's Plumbing team. At what point do you even start to think about what is going on here if you're Holsinger? Do you let it get to you at all?
Yeah, that's the key. I don't know how many close games they've played in this season. I would assume not many by that run differential, but they're certainly put to the test so far tonight.
David Hatfield at the plate for Holsinger. Counts even at 1. That one's low, and it's now a 2-ball, 1-strike count.
Hatfield, another horror film lover. His favorite movie is Scream.
Nice. Count now is 3-1. Horror Film Fest Tuesday going on right now. Colt Sipes lofts that one over the outside corner. Big cut by Hatfield. He misses, and now we have the full count. Sipes working quickly. This one's nubbed down the third baseline. Sipes off the mound, throws in time. What a great throw. Cole Conrad holding the bag at first, and Hatfield is thrown out. Pitcher to first. What a play.
Well, he just had to go a long way in general to make that play from the pitcher's position, and they made a long, nice throw to first base.
Mm-hmm. And not just that, but really accurate.
Yep.
That's one of the things you worry about here, is that possibly, Little League at times, the arms can
One
get a
base
little bit
turns
wild.
into two.
Yeah. At the plate, it's Corbin Johnston. He fouls off an 0-2 pitch and stays alive at the plate. One out and nobody aboard.
Corbin Johnston, another fruit lover. His favorite food is watermelon.
That is strike three called over the inside corner. And now maybe if you're Holsinger, there are some things you're starting to think about here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tom Browse will step in.
Sipes has retired 5 of the last batters via the K.
Browse grounded out to pitcher Sipes in his previous at-bat, that is, back in the first. And he fouls off the first pitch, and it's an 0-1 count with 2 out and nobody aboard. Over the outside corner, strike 2 called. Sipes has only thrown 41 pitches so far. We're in the third inning.
Yeah, pretty economical, as Sheetz is up at 60 pitches for Holsinger Plumbing.
That one outside, and the count goes to 1-2. Browse will step back in. 1-2 pitch. That one's low. Wasovich with a little snap of that one, like he was playing first base and making a scoop. 2-2 pitch. Weakly grounded off the mound as Sipes throws, and not in time this time. Thomas Sprouse just a half step faster than the throw over by Colt Sipes, and he reaches with a single with 2 out.
Yeah, I thought Sipes had him there once again. That one was a bang-bang play, and they give it to Browse getting down the line.
At the plate, it is Kanan Shields. He singled right through the wickets of one Colt Sipes, right twixt his legs, went out into center field and pinballed off Luca Finelli's right leg. That one's popped into right field, but Colin Ronan is over there to make the catch and retire the side. Yep, it's kind of an interesting time here for Holsinger Plumbing, as they are unable to score in the third, and we have completed 3. The score, Sheetz 2, Holsinger nothing. Back with more after this on 96.9 and 100.7. The Train, WTRN.
In 30 seconds, I'll give you every reason to take a vacation right now.
I feel like you can sort of feel the tenseness.
Yeah. And I think the other thing is, too, I don't know if Sipes normally pitches at this pace
Yeah.
or not, but he is really,
Yeah, as soon as it gets in his glove, he's
yeah.
firing it.
That's over $11,000 in savings when you lease the Outlander plug-in hybrid EV. Hey, you've earned it. The Stuckey Mitsubishi Supercenter in Happy Valley, PA. We're here for every mile. This summer, cruise all day long and all night long in style. The 2023 Mitsubishi Outlander and Eclipse Cross are so modern and so sophisticated, owners exude the cool factor wherever they go. And now, these SUVs are more affordable than ever with available 3.9% APR for 72 months. Shop new 2023 Outlander and Eclipse Cross models with more arriving daily at the Stuckey Mitsubishi Supercenter in Happy Valley, PA. We're here for every mile.
96.9 and 100.7. The Train, WTRN.
And we are halfway through this game. Game 2 tonight here at John Kraft Field. Here's that mathematics coming in again. Cole Conrad wearing number 14 and wearing the helmet number 28. 14 times 2 equals 28.
Well, I'm sure he's a fan of the multiplier because he is a pinball wizard. Likes pinball.
I see. A young man after my own heart. Many a wasted hour I spent playing pinball, I can tell you. That one misses outside, and it's a 3-0 count on Cole Conrad, who's singled back in the first.
I can tell you, I could still waste some quarters playing some pinball.
Yep.
He could suck me into that.
Takes that one for ball 4, a 4-pitch walk to Cole Conrad, that is. And the big point to note here is Kanan Shields is up to 64 pitches.
Yep. Yeah, he's really had to work. I mean, he's pitched pretty well here tonight, but he's had to work for it.
That pitch is low for ball 1 to Donato Finelli. So 5 straight balls thrown. That one's over the outside corner. Things even up at 1-1 on 1-1, that is, on Donato. Donato called out on strikes back in the first for the final out of the inning. Hits chopper toward short. Coming in, shortstop Browse does not have a play. At second, throws to first too late. Beating it out, Donato Finelli. 2 on, nobody out for Sheetz. Trying to add to that 2-0 lead.
Well, Browse played it sort of how I read it off the bat. I thought it was hit a little bit harder, but had some odd backspin on it and really slowed up, which made Finelli able to beat out the throw to first base.
That'll bring up left-handed hitting right fielder Colin Ronan for Sheetz. He walked and became the front end of a double play there in the second. Takes the next pitch, and the count is 2-0. 2 on. Man, Kanan Shields returned in the favor of Colt Sipes. He flipped that back around in a hurry. Just barely had the ball in his glove and pitched immediately. 3-0 pitch. Inside corner, strike called, and the count now 3-1 on Colin Ronan.
Working back in the count. Shields probably looking for a double play here.
Outside corner, strike 2, counts full. 2 on, nobody out. We're in the top of the fourth, and the AIYBL Sheetz entry leading Holsinger Plumbing 2-0. Caught and a miss, strike 3. That is a huge strikeout for Kanan Shields.
Sure is, Dave. We talked in the break. It just feels like maybe Holsinger Plumbing is a little bit tense right now with the close game in hand.
Luca Finelli cuts and misses at the first pitch for strike 1.
Just a spot they're not in very often.
Yes, for sure. That one is a strike called, and it's quickly 0-2 on Luca Finelli. See how quickly Kanan Shields brings it. Pretty quick. Cut and a miss, strike 3. So.
That's one way to respond.
Yes, it is. Walked the leadoff batter Conrad on 4 straight pitches. Gave up a single to Finelli. High chopper. Browse could not throw him out at first. And at the plate, Leo Finelli cuts and misses, strike 1.
That last strikeout brings Shields' total for 7 on the night.
Leo grounded into a fielder's choice back in the second. That pitch misses, and the count evens up at 1-1. Right-handed hitting left fielder Leo Finelli at the plate. Kanan Shields brings it to him. Nice change and curve that drops over the outside corner to make the count 1-2. Kanan Shields now at 79 pitches. That one is fouled back by Finelli. Count remains 1-2.
Way to fight off that pitch. That was, I think, one of his quicker pitches of the night.
Mm-hmm. 1-2 pitch. Weakly grounded down the first baseline. Picking it up is Kanan Shields, kind of blocking the path of the runner there.
Probably should have just stepped on first base. Much easier.
Yeah.
Either way, it works.
No need for any drama. All right. Runner out. Third out in the inning. We have now completed 3.5 in the score. AIYBL Sheetz 2, Holsinger Plumbing, nothing. Back with more after this on 96.9 and 100.7. The Train, WTRN.
In 30 seconds, I'll give you every reason to take a vacation right now. The Mitsubishi Outlander plug-in hybrid EV clocks in at a 420-mile range.
All right.
I've yet to tell you, good old Uncle Sam
15.
will back up to
New pitcher,
$7,500
Cooper
when you
Greenleaf.
The bank and Stucky Mitsubishi will chip
Okay.
in another $3,500 because, hey, why stop there? That's over $11,000 in savings when you lease the Outlander plug-in hybrid EV. Hey,
Cooper
you earned it.
Greenleaf.
Stucky Mitsubishi Supercenter.
So he's coming in
PA,
from
we're
short.
here for every mile.
Yeah, from short.
This summer, cruise all day long and all
Went to
night
short.
long
I
in
can't
style.
see that
The
number.
2023 Mitsubishi
14's at
Outlander
short.
Eclipse
Cole
Cross.
Conrad.
So modern and so sophisticated, owners exude the cool factor wherever.
And
now,
Sipes
these
went to
SUVs are
first.
more affordable than ever with available 3.9% APR for 72 months. Shop new 2023 Outlander and
Sipes
Eclipse
first.
Cross models with more arriving daily at the Stucky Mitsubishi Supercenter in Happy Valley, PA. We're here for every mile.
96.9 and 100.7. The Train, WTRN.
It's that time of a Little League game when they start to make changes, and
Just to make our job tougher.
you got to make sure you're meeting all the roster requirements and everything that comes along with Little League baseball. New pitcher on the hill is Cooper Greenleaf, and at the plate it is Shane Gordy, the second baseman, and the first pitch is strike one to Gordy. Right-handed hitter, right-handed pitcher, Cooper Greenleaf. With the 0-1 pitch misses, and the count evens up at 1-1. Gordy popped out to the center fielder, second out of the first inning. This one is hit into left center field. It gets down. It's not going to go very far. Luca Finelli got there, but heading up to second base, sliding in safely. That is Shane Gordy with a leadoff double for Holsinger here in their half of the fourth. And perhaps the warning bell has been sounded loud enough for this team to get into things right out of the gate here. New pitcher in, and a leadoff double.
Sometimes it just takes one to get things going.
Micah Fairbaugh at the plate takes the first pitch, and Cade Wazovich does something that umpires don't like a whole lot. Just holds the ball there like, come on, come on. And it's like umpires don't like that. This one is grounded toward third. Donato Finelli is up with it, throws it to first. Nice stretch by Colt Sipes for out number one. Moving to third, Shane Gordy.
Regardless, a productive out, moving the runner from second to third base. Puts him in a runner just 60 feet away.
So you have another one of those Fairbaugh guys. It's at the plate. This time it is Trenton. He bunts it out in front of the plate. Off the mound is Greenleaf. Throws to first. That will not get the runner there. And coming in to score the first run of the game for Holsinger, it is Shane Gordy. It is now 2-1 in favor of Sheetz. Nice bunt. That was, that's one of those things, even though it's, it is artificial turf, it is not easy to tame down a bunt on artificial turf.
Yep, put it right in the middle where you have to make the pitcher and catcher make a decision.
Yep. And, first baseman Colt Sipes in foul territory. Had a chance to make the second out of the inning. Could not hold on. It ends up falling and is a strike. No balls and one strike to Deshaun Hudson, sorry. No,
Yeah, I don't think this one's making that much money.
And I don't think this Deshaun wants to be anywhere near the other guy, for that matter. It's a 1-1 count to Deshaun. And that pitch misses outside, and the count now 2-1. Deshaun Hudson, the catcher for Holsinger, struck out on a full count pitch back in the second. Hits that one high in the air towards center field. Luca Finelli backs up, has enough room, makes the catch, and gets it back in a hurry, sending Trenton Fairbaugh right back to first base. But got a hold of that one, did Deshaun Hudson.
Yeah, this time of the night, too, where there's lights are kicking in, that sometimes can play into catching that fly ball, but a good job by Luca Finelli to track it down.
Xavier Faribault at the plate, center fielder. First pitch gets by the catcher, Cade Wasovich, and moving down to second base, that is Trenton Faribault, and it's a 1-ball, no strike count on Xavier.
In case you're wondering, Colt Sipes goes 3 innings pitch, allowed just 2 hits, and had 5 strikeouts. No earned runs.
This one's snubbed down the first base line. Speaking of Colt Sipes, he's at first base. Fields it, steps on the bag, and that'll do it for Holsinger Plumbing and Heating here in their half of the 4th inning. They do get a run across and on a couple of hits as well. Now at the end of 4, the score is AIYBL Sheetz 2, Holsinger Plumbing and Heating 1. Back with more after this on 96.9 and 100.7 The Train, WTRN.
In 30 seconds, I'll give you every reason to take a vacation right now. The Mitsubishi Outlander plug-in hybrid EV clocks in at a 420-mile range. And I've yet to tell you, good old Uncle Sam will kick back up to $7,500 when you lease it.
Wow.
The bank and Stucky Mitsubishi will chip in another $3,500 because, hey, why stop there?
Thanks.
That's over $11,000 in savings when you lease the Outlander plug-in hybrid EV. Hey, you've earned it. The Stucky Mitsubishi Supercenter in Happy Valley, PA. We're here for every mile. This summer, cruise all day long and all night long in style. The 2023 Mitsubishi Outlander and Eclipse Cross are so modern and so sophisticated, owners exude the cool factor wherever they go. And now, these SUVs are more affordable than ever with available 3.9% APR for 72 months. Shop new 2023 Outlander and Eclipse Cross models with more arriving daily at the Stucky Mitsubishi Supercenter in Happy Valley, PA. We're here for every mile.
96.9 and 100.7. The Train,
Pinch hitter.
WTRN.
Back for the top half of the 5th inning. It is a 2-1 Sheetz lead over Holsinger Plumbing. Holsinger coming into the game with a record of 28-0, trailing by 1 run.
28-0 and everything on the line.
Pinch hitter at the plate for Sheetz, and that is
Luke Wilkins.
all right. Luke Wilkins at the plate. Cut and a miss, strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes.
Take a guess here, his favorite college team.
LSU.
There you go.
LSU would not take a ball over the outside corner for strike 3 call, but nonetheless, we admire his choice. So Wilkins batting for the extra hitter. Colton Myers. And there is 1 out. This one's popped up. And making the play at short for Holsinger, it's Thomas Sprouse. 2 out, 2 up, 2 down.
And you just have to give it to Kanan Shields, especially after that first inning where hit a bit of a rough patch, giving up 2 runs, but he has been pretty much perfect since.
And the first pitch to Cade Wasovich is low for ball 1.
Strikeout total now up to 8 on the night.
Cut and 1 off the end of the bat, the tip of it actually. Fouled back to the backstop, and the count is now 1-1. That first pitch apparently called ball, 1-1. Chopped down the first base line, and nobody's going to get to it in time.
No man's land.
That's the Bermuda Triangle for the infield. First baseman staying at the bag as he should, Micah Faribault. Then Shane Gordy is pretty far away from it. Kanan Shields sees Gordy coming, and they both kind of back off the ball, and they don't get anybody. In this case, Cade Wasovich. So Wasovich gets aboard. Little infield single action.
Yeah, pitch count now working against Shields as well. He's up to 91 pitches. 100 is the number you got to look at.
The big hundo. Cooper Greenleaf at the plate. Pitch is in there, and it is now a 2-ball, 1-strike count. 2 out and a runner at first base is Cade Wasovich. That pitch hits in the turf in front of the plate, goes to the backstop. Deshaun Hudson retrieves it. Count 3-1. And taking ball 4 is Cooper Greenleaf. So now runners at first and second after there were 2 out and nobody aboard. And a ball that, I'm sure if you're Holsinger, you wish that would have been fielded. The Wasovich dribbler down the first baseline, but exactly what needed to happen. And I think that will be it, probably. Pitch number 94 in the books for Kanan Shields, and we'll see what Brian Fairbaugh does.
Yeah, I think actually he might be talking strategy here just to make sure his team's on the same page. You got a bunch of mound visits left in your pocket. Assume you let Shields go the rest of the way till he gets to that 100 mark, and that's exactly what Fairbaugh is going to do.
First baseman Colt Sipes at the plate now for Sheetz. Sipes brought in the first run of the game with an RBI triple in the first inning, came in to score himself, and then a fly ball out to right field back in the third inning. First pitch over the outside corner, strike 1 called. 0-1 count. Shields brings the heat. That's some serious high cheese from Kanan Shields.
Yeah, potentially his last batter. You think he's going to let it all out of the tank here?
Yeah, you would think. Pitch number 97 about to be thrown by Kanan Shields. And it's strike 3, swinging. So no runs across for Sheetz. That was one of those that you hope that because you had that little infield single by Wasovich followed by a walk, that maybe Sheetz would be able to squeeze another run out. They don't. We're at the end of 4.5, and it is Sheetz 2 and Holsinger 1 on 96.9 and 100.7 The Train, WTRN.
In 30 seconds, I'll give you every reason to take a vacation right now. The Mitsubishi Outlander plug-in hybrid EV clocks in at a 420-mile range. And I've yet to tell you, good old Uncle Sam will kick back up to $7,500 when you lease it.
Wow.
The bank and Stucky Mitsubishi will chip in another $3,500 because, hey, why stop there?
Thanks.
That's over $11,000 in savings when you lease the Outlander plug-in hybrid EV. Hey, you've earned it. The Stucky Mitsubishi Supercenter in Happy Valley, PA. We're here for every mile. This summer, cruise all day long and all night long in style. The 2023 Mitsubishi Outlander and Eclipse Cross are so modern and so sophisticated, owners exude the cool factor wherever they go. And now, these SUVs are more affordable than ever with available 3.9% APR for 72 months. Shop new 2023 Outlander and Eclipse Cross models with more arriving daily at the Stucky Mitsubishi Supercenter in Happy Valley, PA. We're here for every mile.
96.9 and 100.7. The Train, WTRN.
Well, if it were an ideal situation and you were the Holsinger plumbing coach, what you'd be rooting for at this point is for your team to score 2 runs, take a 3-2 lead, and want to go into the top of the 6th where you need 3 outs against Sheetz, and you squeak by and advance.
Yeah, nobody asks what the score of every game is if you're undefeated.
That's right. Taven Hatfield is the leadoff batter here for Holsinger in their half of the 5th inning. Trailing 2-1. Hatfield grounded out to then pitcher Colt Sipes for the first out of the 3rd. First pitch to him's high and inside, ball 1. Taven has a relatively minimal strike zone available to a pitcher.
Seen a couple of those tonight and seen them
He's not
use
Gabby.
it. Yeah, use it to their advantage.
He's not Gabby Garcia strike zone size, but not a whole lot bigger, I'm telling you. 2 balls, no strikes to count. That one's in there, and the count now 2-1 on the right-handed hitting left fielder, Taven Hatfield. 2-1 pitch. Oh, my. Nice curveball over the outside corner, cut and a miss by Hatfield, and the count evens up at 2.
Yeah, that one had enough break on it where there was just no chance of putting the bat on the ball.
Yeah, you bet. Time called by Hatfield, steps out, and now back in. Here comes the break-even pitch. Out in front of that one, strike 3. And there's one gone in the Holsingers' half of the 5th. They're down to their final 5 outs, if you want to look at it that way. Trailing 2-1 with an undefeated season on the line. At the plate, it's Corbin Johnston, and Corbin takes the first pitch for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 pitch. That one is in there, and the count evens up at 1-1. One pitch on its way. Outside in the turf of the left-hander's batter's box. Count of 2-1.
You can sort of feel the gravity of the moment as in between each pitch, it is almost dead silent.
Yeah, you're right. It's like this one's being played inside a library. That one is fouled down the third base line, and the count is now even at 2-2 on Corbin Johnston. Count evened up at 2 on Hatfield, and he swung and missed for strike 3. Let's see what Corbin can do. 2-2 pitch. Outside, he takes it. The count now full at 3-2. Cooper Greenleaf's second inning of pitching, thrown 22 pitches thus far. Here's the payoff pitch, inside and high, and Corbin Johnston gets the 1-out walk. Runner at first, and 1 out. Thomas Browse at the plate. Tall, lanky young gentleman.
Infield single the last time up, 1 for 2 on the day.
1 for 2 in the evening. Grounded out to the pitcher in the first and hit that little grounder kind of on the left side of the Diamond's infield Bermuda Triangle, and unable to throw him out was Colt Sipes. Tom, with that lanky build, you'd think maybe if he got a hold of one, it could go a ways.
I would think so. His favorite player, Bryce Harper, known for coming up in the clutch moments. I think Browse is looking to do a little bit of that right now.
Yeah, this is a Harper kind of situation. First pitch is low, ball 1. There's a lot of twists and turns in this game. Pretty amazing. 1-0 pitch. Grounded foul down the third baseline. And the count evens up at 1-1.
Yeah, Browse liked that pitch. A little frustrated after the swing as he fouls it off. He had that pretty dialed in, but just missed.
1-1 pitch. Misses outside. Count now 2-1 on Tom Browse, the shortstop. Right-handed hitter. Runner down at first. With a 1-out walk, Corbin Johnston. 2-1 pitch is hammered into left center field. What a cutoff by the center fielder, Finelli. However, moving up to second base, I'll tell you what, Browse could have
Just
been on third.
Yeah, I think he just saved 2 runs.
Yeah. That was a great play by Luca Finelli in center field, holding Browse to a double and keeping Johnston from scoring. And this is how quickly things can change in a game, and I think Cooper Greenleaf is going to be relieved.
Yeah, but I know I'm going to put an exclamation point beside that play right there. If Sheetz wins this game,
win,
that could be the deciding moment right there.
You are correct. Well, pitching change has been made for Sheetz as Lucas Rudden will now pitch.
Lucas Rudding entering the game. His favorite team, the Mets. His favorite player, Pete Alonso. And his favorite college, Duke.
Ooh.
The Blue Devils.
He must have maybe a little basketball savvy to him. I
Yeah.
don't know. Could be.
Yeah, he's a basketball and a golfer as well.
Okay. Kanan Shields, the starting pitcher tonight, goes 5 innings and throws 97 pitches.
Yeah, I would think they bring him in for one final batter the way he's been pitching to finish. You know, squeeze out as many outs as you can in the next inning.
Yeah, depending on how you feel about your available pitchers otherwise, go with what you know and what's been getting you, a pretty good game so far, only giving up 2 runs. See if Kanan can maybe put himself ahead here and launch one. 2 on, 1 out, and time called. I think the time was called maybe by the Sheetz bench. All right. First pitch taken. Ball 1.
Yeah,
1 ball, no strikes.
I'm not quite sure that was a curveball. That almost had like a cutter action to it.
Yeah, it did. 1-0 pitch. Fouled back by Kanan Shields. We're even at 1.
Rudding comes out, I think, an arm angle a little more further out than you see from most pitchers at this level.
Here is the 1-1 pitch. Infield pulled in, and it goes through the legs of third baseman Donato Finelli. Rounding third, coming home, scoring easily is Tom Browse. And after being down by a score of 2-1, Holsinger Plumbing has taken the lead of 3-2 on the single down the third base line by Kanan Shields, standing at second base proudly.
Yeah, he ripped that one down right through the wickets of Finelli at third base, and now a familiar spot for Holsingers, playing with the lead.
And this one is popped up by Shane Gordy with, as Matt just described, a 3-2 lead for Holsinger Plumbing.
Yeah.
And moving up to third base is Kanan Shields on one that gets away from the catcher.
Now if you're Sheetz, it's all about rebounding because this has to feel almost deflating. You wonder how they come back after holding the lead the whole game against such a good team as Holsinger's. But we'll really see what metal this Sheetz team is made of.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, runner at third, and Shields 2 runs in the inning. 1-1 pitch. Inside, ball 2 and the count 2-1 on Shane Gordy, the second baseman. He doubled and scored the first tally for Holsinger back in the 4th. Fly ball out to center field in the 1st. Takes that one for ball 3. The count 3-1 on Shane Gordy.
Infield playing in for Sheetz as they know it's going to be tough to get another run, so trying to cut down that runner at the plate.
Grounded sharply down to third. Third baseman up with it. Throws to Sipes. Reaches around for a tag. Able to get through is Shane Gordy, and coming in from third base to score. Run number 4. It's Kanan Shields, and suddenly Holsinger is up by a 4-2 score.
I thought he almost, Colt Sipes might have applied the tag there at first base.
He definitely made a good swipe over there, but I don't know if there's maybe an attempt to appeal saying that the runner Gordy interfered. It's like, no. It's like the guy has the ball in his mitt. He can either tag him or try to leap for the bag, and he did try to tag him. Nothing happened. So runner at first, 1 out. And now you've got another run in the inning.
Extend that lead to 2.
Yes, at 4-2. And the count is even at 1-1 on Micah Fairbaugh. One ball, one strike, still just one out. Here in the bottom half of the 5th inning, Micah Fairbaugh at the plate. 1-1 pitch on its way. Inside ball 2. Count now, 2-1. Fairbaugh, a right-handed hitter. Where's number 23? Struck out swinging, final out of the 1st, and grounded out to 3rd. Grounds this one up the middle. Second baseman over there for it, and they're unable to complete the play. Cooper Greenleaf unable to get the ball to Cole Conrad.
Yeah, Conrad, it looked like he was ready to make that transfer before, he even had it secured in his glove. That one wasn't the transfer. It was before he even called it. So
the big kids do that too.
Yep.
They call them Major League Baseball players. Seen that happen a time or two. Get it in the glove before you make the transfer. That one is high to Trenton Fairbaugh. And it is ball 1. And this final score may look dramatically different than what this game actually was.
Yeah, it's been a good game here tonight.
It's now 4-2 in favor of Holsinger. Popped up and goes out of play. Right on the Sheetz dugout down the third base line. Counts even at 1-1 on Trenton Fairbaugh. Pitch misses outside, and the count now 2-1.
And chance here to really break things open.
Shane Gordy at second. Micah Fairbaugh down at first. 2-1 pitch on its way. And that one is fouled back to even things up at 2-2.
And, in the other side, an important batter here for Greenleaf to keep it at bay.
Actually, Lucas Rudden.
Excuse me, Rudd.
Yeah. Break-even pitch popped into shallow left. Coming in for it is Leo Finelli. Makes the catch and an all-important second out in the inning off the bat of Trenton Fairbaugh. Deshaun Hudson will step in. Deshaun, a fly ball out the center in the 4th and struck out swinging in the 2nd.
Here you go, Dave. Favorite college?
Clemson.
Nope.
That one is over the head of one Deshaun Hudson and 2 the backstop, and it's ball 1. Go ahead.
I thought I was going to get you in the LSU trap. You didn't even go there. But his favorite college, Morehouse.
Okay.
Didn't have that one on my bingo card.
No, you and me both. Hudson pops this one up and out of play, and the count's even at 1 on the right-handed hitting catcher, Deshaun Hudson. One ball, one strike. 2 out, 2 on. Pitches inside and low, and the count now 2-1 on Deshaun Hudson. 19 pitches for Lucas Rudden at this point. 2-1 pitch on its way. Grounded sharply to short, takes a weird hop, and it gets in to left field. Coming in to score is Shane Gordy. And then at third base, you had Micah Fairbaugh sliding in there, overslid the bag, and just got all kinds of discombobulated. Could not get back up. However, Gordy does come in to score the 5th run for Holsinger.
Yeah, I'm good with ruling that one a hit. That was quite the
that
wicked
was
hop.
Yeah, absolutely. So with 2 out, 4 runs in the inning, and the first pitch is ball 1. And
How the complexion of this ball game has changed.
yeah, it kind of takes you by surprise. That one is popped up by Xavier Fairbaugh, and in foul territory, Donato Finelli makes the catch to retire the side. 4, count them, 4 runs across for Holsinger Plumbing in their half of the 5th inning. We head to the 6th, and the score is Holsinger 5 and Sheetz 2. Back with more after this. It is the Park Home Altoona Baseball Classic, brought to you by Stuckey Automotive on 96.9 and 100.7 The Train, WTRN.
In 30 seconds, I'll give you every reason to take a vacation right now.
Pretty clean game until that inning.
Yeah.
Locks in at a 420-mile range.
Do you think it'll end in this next one?
Back up to
We'll have to see how they're going to pitch here.
Stuckey Mitsubishi will chip in another $3,500
I
because,
mean,
hey,
this may or may not be. I wouldn't assume anything at this point.
in savings when you lease the
That's fair.
hybrid EV. Hey, you've earned it. The Stuckey Mitsubishi Super Center.
You'll be able to pretty much tell by the
This summer,
first,
all day long and all night
well, the first batter after. They're going to let Kanan start the inning, and he'll only be able to face one batter, but
And now, these
we'll
SUVs
see who
are
comes in
affordable
after
with
that
a
then.
3.9% APR for 7.
All right.
Shop new 2023
See how that
and
goes.
cross models with more
It's just a weird kind of game.
Mitsubishi Super
Yep.
Center in Happy Valley, PA. We're here.
Conrad, Finelli, Ronan up.
96.9 and 100.7.
I have
WTRN.
Rudden.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome back. In a game that's had so many twists and turns that it's kind of bizarre, actually, to be where we are. It was a 2-0 game up until the 4th when Holsinger got one across, but just the offense wasn't coming. And then just the last
explosion.
half inning, the explosion occurred, 4 across and a 5-2 lead. Now, that in mind, that may have happened, and you wonder, it's going to be Cole Conrad to lead things off here in the top of the 6th. Conrad now playing second base. And the first pitch to him is on the outside corner and a strike called. Strike 2, right down the middle.
Pitch 99, so that assures that this will be the final batter for Kanan Shields.
Ground ball towards second base, and the throw over to first. Shane Gordy with a strong one, and that'll do it for Cole Conrad. It will do it for Kanan Shields as well. What an effort by him as Brian Fairbaugh makes his way out. And everyone pretty much in this facility, wherever they're sitting, with the applause, well-deserved. Kanan Shields.
Fantastic outing. I mean, he lets those 2 runs up early and pretty much flawless ever since. 9 strikeouts for Shields on the night, and he was, like I said, pretty much unhittable after that first inning.
Oh, I see why I had that, why that ended up showing up there. It's because of that extra hitting thing.
Yeah.
That's why I got kind of messed up as to who was going to be up first for Sheetz in their half of the 6th. But it's down to brass tacks now. It is the 6th inning, and it is a 5-2 Holsinger lead. And Coach Brian Fairbaugh having a major discussion with his players out there, trying to keep everybody well grounded and try to finish this off, as Trenton Fairbaugh will pitch now for Holsingers, trying to go to 29-0. And just not that long ago, it was looking like that might be a pretty big hill to climb. As it turns out, they were able to climb it and go over the summit and walk away with a 5-2 lead. 1 out for Sheetz in their half of the 6th. Donato Finelli, third baseman, who recorded the final out in the Holsinger half of the fifth, is up next.
Fair ball. He gets the chance for the big close for Holsingers and try to keep that undefeated season alive.
You betcha. All right, first pitch. Misses outside, ball one.
Fairball brings that ball and glove sort of behind his shoulder and hides it pretty well with the release.
1-0 pitch. Catches outside corner that time to even things up in 1-1. As we see Kanan Shields at third. 1 ball, 1 strike pitch. High. Count at 2-1. 1 out, nobody aboard. We're in the top of the sixth, and Holsinger, the home team, lead Sheetz by a score of 5-2. 2-1 pitch. That's a little bit high in the count. Now 3-1.
Good eye.
Do you think the young Mr. Fairball out there on the hill may be having a little bit of butterflies at this point? This one is fouled down the first base side. Coach for Sheetz fields that one in the coach's box, and now we have the full count on Donato Finelli.
Certainly tense moments.
Yes. That one's grounded. What a nice play. And Kanan Shields said, not only can I pitch, I can play third base too. Did it finally right there.
I think for a second he was a bit surprised that was stuck in his glove. He sort of took a double look at his mitt before he fired it over to first base. But
I mean, he gave it the, oh, wow, I caught that look. All right, 2 out. Holsinger looks like they're going to be continuing their perfect season. Colin Ronan is at the plate and swings and misses at the first pitch, strike one. That pitch is taken, and the count's now even at 1. Two out, nobody aboard. 5-2, Holsinger lead. Misses outside, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. You would hope at this point that young Mr. Fairball would kind of feel a little more relaxed out there in the hill, getting that second out of the inning.
Getting that first one and now getting that second strike. I was going to say for Ronan to maybe take until he gets a strike. Now he got a swing.
Trenton Fairball gets the pitch in there, a swing and a miss, and strike 3. And coming from behind to win this one with a 4-run bottom of the 5th inning, Holsinger Plumbing remains undefeated now at 29-0 with a 5-2 defeat of Sheetz from the AIYBL. We'll be back to wrap this one up, and we'll do that after we take this time out. You're listening to the Park Home Altoona Baseball Classic, brought to you by Stuckey Automotive on 96.9 and 100.7 The Train, WTRN.
In 30 seconds, I'll give you every reason to take a vacation right now. The Mitsubishi Outlander plug-in hybrid EV clocks in at a 420-mile range. And I've yet to tell you, good old Uncle Sam will kick back up to $7,500 when you lease it.
Wow.
The bank in Stuckey Mitsubishi will chip in another $3,500 because, hey, why stop there?
Thanks.
That's over $11,000 in savings when you lease the Outlander plug-in hybrid EV. Hey, you've earned it. The Stuckey Mitsubishi Supercenter in Happy Valley, PA. We're here for every mile. This summer, cruise all day long and all night long in style. The 2023 Mitsubishi Outlander and Eclipse Cross are so modern and so sophisticated, owners exude the cool factor wherever they go. And now, these SUVs are more affordable than ever with available 3.9% APR for 72 months. Shop new 2023
Want to unplug me over there?
models with more arriving daily at the Stuckey Mitsubishi Supercenter in Happy Valley, PA. We're here for every mile.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
96.9 and 100.7. The Train, WTRN.
Well, there's going to be a lot of people that are Holsinger Plumbing fans going, whew, and wiping their foreheads because They do win it by a score of 5-2, but as I said there at the end of the game, that score, it's a 3-run win, but that is in no way indicative of the closeness of this game this evening. I thought I was going to be a party to calling the end of a season that had just been outstanding at 28-0. But by golly, when they needed it in the bottom of the fifth inning, Holsinger came up with those runs.
Well, you're 28-0 and now 29-0 for a reason. That's because, you've got a talented team and you've been able throughout the season to get through those tense moments and come up in the clutch. And, again, I can't say enough about Kanan Shields' performance on the mound after giving up those early 2 runs. Keeps his team in the game, and perfect season stays alive.
That it does. We'll take a quick look at some of the stats here for the two teams. We had a number of players that went 1 for 3 for Sheetz, and that group included Cade Wasovich. Also, Cooper Greenleaf going 1 for 2, a 1 for 3 night for Colt Sipes. 1 for 2 for Cole Conrad, and a 1 for 3 night for Donato Finelli. 2 runs on 5 hits for Sheetz. On the Holsinger side of things, you had 5 runs and 8 hits. Great night for Tom Browse, the shortstop. He goes 2 for 3 with a run scored. Kanan Shields 2 for 3 with a run scored. Second baseman Shane Gordy 2 for 3, 2 runs across for him. And the right fielder Corbin Johnston with a run scored on a, he would have been, I think, 1 for 3 tonight. No, actually not. I guess he went, 0 for 2? Well, anyway, he comes in and scores a run. That's what matters. They put a total of 5 across there in the bottom half of the fifth inning to walk away with a 5-2 win. So, the tournament, of course, continues on tomorrow night. I think you have the matchups?
Yeah, tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, we've got the number 6 seed in Penn Med against the number 2 Greenwood Meadows. And then in game number 2, we have the AIYBL Sheetz against Holsinger Plumbing. So 2 good matchups on tap, and we'll have all that coverage on WTRN tomorrow night for you.
All right, and that is brought to you exclusively by Stuckey Automotive over all of this same radio station. Well, a couple of interesting games, a real interesting one, as you see a team that rebounds and shows why they are 28-0, because they had the character to come back and win that game, trailing 2-1 all the way into the bottom of the fifth inning and walking away with a 5-2 win. Congrats to them. Matt will be back for more baseball games here from the Joseph M. Sheetz Baseball Complex at Pleasant Valley Boulevard and 9th Street. Games played at the John Kraft Field with the artificial turf infield and grass outfield. And Brian Tripp will be back with you, right?
That is correct.
All right, that'll be coming your way tomorrow night. I will be making the move to Hollidaysburg, where we have a state sectional tournament that is going on, and we will have a game for you tomorrow evening at 6, and those games from the state sectional tournament will be heard on Hank FM. That is 96.1 and 1370. So that'll do it for tonight. Matt, great to work with you. We work together each and every day, but doing things that are completely different than what we were doing here tonight. But
fun to get out and about.
Yeah, enjoyed it. And it's a nice, cool evening, too.
Yep.
And right now, I am hungry enough to eat a horse, so I'm going to go do that. All right, final score once again, 5-2. Holsinger, congratulations. Keep on rolling. And we'll talk to you again, Matt, tomorrow night from here, and I'll be in Hollidaysburg for some more Little League action on Hank. For everyone at Leitner Communications, Jake back there taking care of all the knobs, switches, and faders and all the other things that go with broadcast consoles. Nice job, Jake. And from everyone at Leitner Communications, I'm Dave Shannon. You folks have yourself a great night, everybody. See you, bye.
You've been listening to the Park Home Altoona Baseball.
Thank you, Jake.
Brought to you by the Stuckey Automotive
You're welcome.
Thanks, Jake.
Aircraft
All right, have a good one.
Complex. This
Yep, see you tomorrow.